Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're heading back over to Germany. Oh no, it's like we never left. And we're going to be taking a look at some of their brutal death metal in the form of Defeated Sanity and their album Psalms of the Moribund. God damn. Yesterday it was bloody Omega Vortex. Now it's Defeated Sanity. What a double bill. I'd go to that show. Everyone would go to that show. It's great. So, absolute belter of an album. Now, from what I remember, this is their third record, is it? Probably should have looked this up. So I know they had that one with the red cover, but I can never remember which ones came first between Chapters of Repugnance or this one, because the re-releases and stuff that went on. So pretty crazy, but this is one of their earlier albums anyway. Really, really cool stuff. 2007, I believe this was. Yeah, 2007 on Grindethic Records. Shout out to Tom. And really nice. This is the, if I understand rightly, like a 2011, 2012 maybe. Maybe re-released. I don't know. It's anyway. I've not had it that long, but I used to have this on the old. I think I used to have an older one, but it was one of those ones I had to sell back in the day. So I got the new fancy one. This was maybe a year or two back. I picked this up finally, because this and Chapters are they're the only Defeated Sanity albums I really like. The other ones aren't bad, they just don't do anything for me, whereas these two are just off the walls, brutal, and just it's plain nasty, just fantastic. I mean, I've got the other one right here next to me as well, as you can see there. Won't go too much into this one, because we could save that for another video. We've got all the time in the world, so we're going to stick with this one for now. And this one you get 3 bonus tracks. Yeah, they're all 2011 re-recordings. So on those bonus tracks. So yeah, 2011, 2012 maybe. That's what came out. Maybe even later than that. I don't know. Like I say, I only got it the other year. So, but yeah, really, really cool release. Everything on there sounds perfect, particularly with the production and whatnot. I don't know if the tracks have been remastered or not, or if it's just is what it is. But either way, it sounds fantastic. That sort of way, I feel that sort of technical, brutal death metal should sound, particularly when it gets to those like little slam parts in there. You want that sort of chaotic rawness around it as well. When it gets too clicky, that's when I'm sort of unless it's a drum machine. So like, well, and even then, I don't like the typewriter kick drums. I ain't about that. So no, this has got plenty of low end going on. Just excellent vocals as well. Like they're quite overly varied, the vocals, but there's variation there. There's like highs, lows, and mids, but it's all very sort of just guttural style, sort of inhaled, sort of more shrieks than anything. Be one way to describe it. But even the lows are very sort of shrieky as well, but very cool. I mean, it's you're listening to Defeated Sanity when it's on, really. And for me, because the drumming always impresses me on these brutal death records, so particularly the drumming as well, but also the bass, man. I mean, everyone on here is excellent. Like, they all bring their A game with technicality and creativity, but the bass is just so cool. It just cuts in every now and then, or you can hear it do something in the background. It's nice and jazzy. Just really, really cool. Really interesting band. And I can totally see why people would love everything they've put out. And maybe if I go back to it, I'll appreciate it more. It's just, I remember this and Chapters, they stole my attention straight away. I listened to the first album, and I think it took me a couple of listens to really sort of be like, oh yeah, it's cool. But the other stuff, like even the fourth album, I can't remember what it's called, had a green cover. And yeah, just listening to that, I just couldn't get into it at the time. Where it was like I say, when the first two, not first two, but the two I liked the most, just grabbed me straight away. It's like, it's got to do at least that. Otherwise, I'm not really going to be interested. I'm just going to keep playing these ones, So, but no, it's cool. you know, great band, great guys apparently. I know people who are friends of them and whatnot, so they all speak very highly of them. But boom, absolutely. If you like your brutal death metal and your slammy stuff, but not to the point where it's like complete slam, you still got plenty of technicality and that's absolute like machine gun fast like blast beats. This is definitely going to be up your street. If you like a little bit of experimental stuff in there without it steering away from the genre at all, just still sort of like not as far out as like Atheist would, but little bits like that, you know, like a bit of Cynic in there maybe, but very slightly. But yeah, it definitely brings that sort of jazzy edge to it, which is just really, really cool. And from what I understand as well, like on this album, and the other one as well actually, it's the father of the guitarist, and I think he's a jazz drummer anyway, so it makes sense. So yeah, Defeated Sanity, Psalms of the Moribund, make that happen. Support the underground, and yeah.